So I had to go in for another procedure, basically the same thing over again. It was just terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And I distinctly remember saying to myself, once this is over, we're just gonna not think about it. We're gonna shove it down, and it's like not even gonna be a thing that we think about anymore. So that was my plan of attack. I continued to see my boyfriend, and then I eventually, that summer between my sophomore year and junior year of college, I moved from New Jersey to upstate New York to live with him during that time. So that's when the abuse really ramped up. It was really bad. Basically what ended up happening at the end was that I left him while he was at work with just a black bag of my belongings. And then when I came back to try and get the rest of my belongings, he pepper sprayed me, told me he was gonna me, and never to show my face again in his city. So I did what every smart person would do, was I didn't do anything. I didn't call the cops. I didn't do anything. I just kind of wanted to get out of there. That was my biggest regret, because after that, he began stalking me. His crew assaulted my new boyfriend, split his face wide open. And only at that point did I go to the courts. And long story short, I ended up getting a permanent restraining order against him. And his charges were assault, terroristic threats, which is essentially stalking, and kidnapping. The reason I say this backstory is after that happened, my anxiety was the most insane I've ever had in my entire life. It was my junior year of college. I failed out of the majority of my classes. I could not leave my apartment. I had panic attacks constantly. My anxiety was so bad that I just laid in bed staring at the wall. This ex-boyfriend of mine had a red truck. So every time I would see a red truck, I would have a panic attack. Every time I would see a man of his stature, he had like a very specific kind of like stocky stature. Every time I would see a man of his stature, I would have a panic attack. I could not go out in public. It was terrible. During this period of time, I turned 21, and I decided that maybe, like, I'm 21, I'm kind of over this scene. Obviously, everybody in that scene turned their back on me. Let's just have a normal college experience, and let's just like have a drink. And I remember the first time I had a drink when I was 21, I think they were called Sparks. They were like an malt beverage energy drink. I had about half of one, and I remember just thinking like, oh my God, like we made it. Like, I don't have to, this is the cure for my anxiety. I don't have to feel that anymore. I felt like I had found the solution. Never once did I think that was like a really bad idea. It was more like, okay, I can be social. I can go out to like parties with my friends. I can have normal conversations. I'm just gonna have to have a little bit of this here and there.